So hi guys and welcome to Test Drive Thursday. This is episode 51 and today we are reviewing the Scania T version 1.8.1.1 I believe. So it's in C. We are in Baidu's and yeah, in Poland. That's where we drove to in the last Test Drive Thursday. So I thought we'd carry on here and review this truck right here. So it's been about, I think it's last August that I reviewed this on Test Drive Thursday in episode 12 I believe. So I thought it was time to go back and review it. So if we jump inside, oh, I forgot to put my Trackir cap on, so let's do that now quickly. Right, there we go. So what the plan is, I'm going to do a short drive down to the upgrade center. I'll show you through the customization and then we'll go from there. Right, start this thing up. I think it's got a 440 brake engine, this one I quickly jumped in. Did they let me borrow it if I was driving it down the road? Right, just down here. Bit of a speed bump here. What's the time? It's 20 past 5 in the morning. Hopefully we can get a good short drive to get a good stint in this truck. But yeah, I'm really cool to tell you about the truck, what I found out on the internet. And yeah, it's a bit of a shame that they don't sort of make this truck anymore. They ceased production in October 2005. It's almost 11 years ago. Oh no, we don't want to go there. We don't want to buy an MEN. Let's hit that note then. Right, over here. And we'll start customizing. Okay then, here we are in the truck configurator. So you start off as ever with the cabins. So there are quite a few cabins to choose from, starting from a basic normal all the way up to a huge extended long line. So goes in between. You can opt for them with or without the spoiler. So here you've got the normal spoiler and you got the high line. You see the difference there, high line spoiler. Or from the high line you can go for a top line, which gives you quite a lot of extra headroom there, and then you can get a bit mental, but you can also customize your different spoiler types with the top line. So for now let's just let's just go for that nice simple option. And as you can see, there are quite a lot of chassis to choose from, all ranging from a basic 4x2, which does look a bit weird with this huge sort of chassis here. I'd prefer something like the 6x2 or 6x2-4, depending on what you're going for. It can range. I'll just quickly go through them. Stock 6x4, 8x2/6 short, or you can have that in the long version. Yeah, the tank is not the biggest there. With the long, you've got one that side and one that side. Yeah, it's a long thing. Right, moving down. Right, yeah, the 8x4 short. Yeah, it's just completely changing it all with the different tags and mid lifts and whatever. Then you can go for the 10x4, which stretches on for miles. 10x6, and yeah, just different versions of sort of turning. That's probably the best. You get the rear wheel steer and the two front there. Go for the two front there. Yeah, it depends what you want to go for really, because you can go completely mad with the customization on the chassis. Right, so with the engines, you can go from a basic 230 Euro 5, even got some Euro 3s in here. Yep, there you go. All the way up to a huge Euro 6 730, and pretty much everything that you'd want in between. Right, transmissions. Once again, there's many here. Those are two crawler gears, I believe. Doesn't really work with my G27 heat shifter. You'd probably want to go with a 12 speed if you'd want to do that. And the R also means retarder, or without the retarder there. Right, the interior. There are quite a lot of interiors to choose from. They do range in sort of age and when they were built. So you go for the 6 series old panel with the exclusive, or you go for the wood. 5 with the old gauges there again. Or you go with the modern. You can see the difference there of how it's changed. Nope. See that. Right, which one? Here we go. So you can see the difference now. It's a lot more, it's not as curved, but it's a lot more simplified and smart, I think. We go with Vavis wheel. I never like this. It doesn't even fit properly. I don't understand why you go for it. But there are also some custom ones with the red sort of Dracula, black and red theme. Or you could go for just a mental Vavis thing. But yeah, I do like the V8. Right then, so moving on to the paint jobs. There are quite a few to choose from. Obviously, you've also got your stock colours and some like stock custom colours from the RJL. You got your chrome, not chrome, metallic, sorry. Different types of customs you can configure around with, which can look cool if you play around for a bit. Then you got some of the more stock ones that you're more used to. So yeah, make it look kind of cool, like that or something. I don't know. Anything you sort of want with these. Right, moving on to the sort of accessories. I'm not going to go through them all, don't want it to stretch out too long, but you can completely customise your bumper there to either be a 6 series or a 5 series if you want it low or high. Anything you sort of want really. Then you've got your lower grille guards as usual. You can customise the sort of fog rings around your sort of fog lights if you'd want to go for a more custom theme or whatever. You can also choose, change the headlights, find the right dots. Yes, here we go. You can go with some more basic ones here. Well, that it does look a bit weird if you ask me, but you can also go with some nice streamlined ones, which always look really nice. Right, up here you got the bull bars. They don't usually, they don't really fit on there. I wouldn't recommend you going for them on here. Then you can change obviously your grille. You go with the chrome. You can either go with the old series, which resets everything, or sort of a newer version, an old 5 series. I do like the 5 series, the way it sort of flows around there. Flows a bit better than these ones, I think, but choice is yours. It's your truck. And what's here, and you can just cycle through where you want your logos. Up here you got stone guards. I'm not a big fan of stone guards. They really look like a bit of a fence to me, but yeah, they're there if you want them. Obviously you can change your bumpers or fenders or whatever you want to call them, a new or old style. See the style changing there. New, you get sort of that bit curving around. Here you've got, it's called a connector. It's just a nice bit of trim, I think. If you're going for a show truck, you can configure it, or if you're going for more basic, you'd probably go for the plastic or paint. On here, find the right pixel. Not here, this one. You can change the stair colour to either be body colour, or if you're going for this plastic front look, you could go with the stock plastic. Fuel tanks, obviously, you can change them to sort of suit you with the paint or whatever. Then you can obviously fit your side skirts, which is a really nice paneling. It works really well. Up here you can change all your hose racks, and then you can go along with each of these and change sort of the arches, but you're going to see those in my time lapse in a minute, so I won't go in too much detail. And yeah, you can go a bit mad with your customization with your dots on the back. Up here, where we got to? Right, I'm trying to find you that dot. So this is your spoiler that I was on about. You can configure this to make it look how you want it to. If you want a high spoiler or more of a flat spoiler, I do like that one, the old style. Then if you're thinking, oh, where's that piece gone? You can go over here, fit the correct one for your truck. Be something like that. And yeah, it just fits a lot better. You can go for an LED stripe, but note with the LED stripe you have to put them on. Right then, so moving on to the paint jobs. There are quite a few to choose from. Obviously you've also got your stock colours and some like stock custom colours from the RJL. You got your chrome, not chrome, metallic, sorry. Different types of customs you can configure around with, which can look cool if you play around for a bit. Then you got some of the more stock ones that you're more used to. So yeah, make it look kind of cool, like that or something. I don't know. Anything you sort of want with these. Right, moving on to the sort of accessories. I'm not going to go through them all, don't want it to stretch out too long, but you can completely customise your bumper there to either be a 6 series or a 5 series if you want it low or high. Anything you sort of want really. Then you've got your lower grille guards as usual. You can customise the sort of fog rings around your sort of fog lights if you'd want to go for a more custom theme or whatever. You can also choose, change the headlights, find the right dots. Yes, here we go. You can go with some more basic ones here. That it does look a bit weird. Okay then, here we go with my Scania T R730 V8. So the reason I went for this spec, in fact to put a photo on the screen right now, I actually saw a truck in exactly this spec at Truckfest, and I just thought it was one of the best looking trucks there. It did have a skin on it, I couldn't find that skin though, but yeah, this thing is pretty close. So I have already got a job programmed in, so start this thing up. I went for an interior light. It's sort of a cream interior light, I think it was, so it looks a bit more natural in here than the usual pink light or whatever. Right, let's get over here. So as I said earlier, the Scania T in October, which is it, in October 2005, got taken out of production. So the unusual thing about the Scania T was it was the Scania's last ever bonneted model. So obviously the bonnet in front of the cab, it's now all cab overs. So that's quite interesting, and yeah, it's a really rare design in Europe because of the type roads. It's much more common in America, as you've seen in an American truck, like our Kenworth W900 on Test Drive Thursday. And globally, Scania sold fewer than 1,000 T series trucks in 2004. And I think that's why they stopped making them. So yeah, 2005, almost 11 years ago, as I said. So it's quite an old truck, but we're still getting loads of good mods for it now. So yeah, the volume has halved in Europe and slumped by 90% in America between 1995 and 2005, so yeah, you saw where it went wrong there. Right, here we go. LKW. They should have my trailer. should go quite well with the trucks. Yeah, there it is. Right, you can't really see it yet, but I'm still running all the stock trailers. So let's get attached to this. So the original thinking behind the Scania T was accessibility. So the sort of cab over trucks of that time were very cramped. So the engines, and yeah, early trucks needed pretty frequent servicing, and sort of, yeah, get a lot of maintenance. The early trucks, that meant it really difficult to get to the cab over trucks, sort of sorting out the engines. But with the bonneted design, it's much easier to sort of service, as you would expect, not having to get all the cab out and stuff. So that was one of the reasons that they went for it. And yeah, as I said, it made it really easy with the bonneted design. So also the longer wheelbase of these trucks in the driving position behind the front axle also meant for a better ride and more comfort, which is also a positive really for the truckers that are out on the road. In fact, did I show you the trailer? Right, here you go. Red and red. That's quite nice. Turning left. As you saw, it was only a short journey, so it shouldn't take us that long. Because I know the last episode ran a bit long, didn't it? Right. But anyway, back to the Scania. So as I said, the other reason was comfort, and then another reason was safety. They did actually a survey, and drivers found it. Well, drivers felt that they were felt much safer behind the wheel of a bonneted truck. Oh well, was it bullhorn truck or whatever you want to call it? Because of the extra engine to crash into than they did in the cab over trucks. Right, there we go. However, now the modern crash tested cabs are at least or safer than the bonneted versions like this, with the crumple zones, airbags, and deforming steering wheels. So the attention to ride comfort over the years has also been not as different now, because of all the new techniques that they've put in place to help improve the ride in cab over trucks and make them a lot more compact, more comfortable. So you can sort of see why this thing went out of production, because there wasn't really much of a need of it very more, which is a bit sad that it had to leave that way, but that's the way it goes. So Scania at the time operated as a clear leader of the bonneted trucks through the 1990s, and for many years it was practically sole supplier of the bonneted trucks. So the Scania T was pretty good in those days, right? We're all good. And it's also popular for companies who wanted to have their flagship truck, like the trucks at Truckfest that we saw. So yeah, for the companies that they wanted a truck that could stand out from the crowd, they would take to trucking events. This is a great thing. It's just huge. They can fit more logos and stuff on it, I suppose. So yeah, they wanted to stand out, and this really does do that. Just look at it. Amazingly, in the 1970s, the bonneted trucks also accounted for over half of Swedish or of Scania's company output. Over in the 1980s, it's dropped to 25%, and by the 1990s, it was only at 20%. So you saw how the sort of need for the bonneted trucks really went. And yeah, by 2005, it was about 2%. So there were just 1,000 trucks available worldwide. So it's a bit upsetting, really. So anyway, about the truck that we're driving. So it's sort of created and tuned, well, not really tuned or accessorized by A&M Commercials. I think they're in the Netherlands, but I'm not too sure. So they mounted quite a few accessories to this truck before it was already sold when they were configuring it, by T.S. Lee & Sons, which is, as you saw in the photo that I shown you earlier, that was this is a truck that I saw at Truckfest, which is really cool. So it is the, don't moan at me for pronouncing this wrong, the Vlatsuin T-Cab at number 28. Not really sure what that means, but it has some cool features that I couldn't add on the Euro Truck version, one of which was the twin, so it's got 4 straight pipes at the back. I can only fit like the single ones on their own on here, and yeah, it's got some T.S. Lee & Sons embroidery around the back as well by the exhausts, and then I just love the dark red paint. I think it looks really well, especially in person. It looked really nice. Look at it. It's really good. Where are we now? We are 52 or so miles away. Right, so yeah, this thing drives. As ever from the Scania RGL mod, you can have loads and loads of config, as you saw. And now with this latest model, you've got all the highest textures available, you've got all the different range of interiors that were not there when I reviewed this back in August. Yeah, it has come on quite a way. It's very subtle, the changes that are being made, but yeah, every little helps really, doesn't it? And I really do like what they've done with the interiors, because before, when you went for the older style lights, say you're going for an older style truck, you wouldn't really want a modern interior with a sat nav and everything, would you? So I'm really happy that they have added that, and it is kind of cool to go with the older interiors to see what it was like compared to our latest screens inside the trucks and everything, which is really cool. Obviously the sounds, they're completely stock SCS, but you do, once again, they get the V6 sounds if you go in, or for the V6 versions, and this is the V8 sound, as we got the R730 on board, and it is a Euro 6 R730 as well. AI never lets you out now. Right, can we get past this guy? I wonder. I'm going to say no. I'm going to put it in front or behind this post-bed guy. Warsaw this way. Where is that we're going again? Is it Łódź in Poland? I think that's how you pronounce it. Or Lodz, as British people would say. Look at this. This is all part of Poland rebuilding, which is in the now in Pro Mods. Yeah, it looks really nice. All these new junctions. I like them a lot. The Scania, as you'd expect, drives really, really nice. As you saw there, 60 miles an hour around there. The corner's really flat, especially with the longer chassis. It's just really well done for the sort of testing here. Completely fine with that. It is really quiet as well. You can, obviously, in the developer console, turn up the interior volume, but it is really nicely and refined, and it's definitely good for longer journeys as well. Even with the fuel consumption, what we're doing, we're averaging 65.5. It is quite high, but we're only on a short journey, so you'd probably expect that. But we are coming into the town now, so this is where the bonded trucks really do sort of lose it now, because they are so long. They are really hard to manoeuvre around small roundabouts, etc., like this. And yeah, that's where the where you see it sort of went really, and they are really hard to drive. I wouldn't say hard to drive, but they're a bit of a pain having that massive bonnet sticking out. And if you compare it to a stock cab over R730, there is really no advantage going for this. I mean, they're harder to park, they're longer, so even though it looks, I do like the look of them, they are a bit of a pain. Right, we're just going down here now. You can see how this thing is at parking. Right. This feels a bit like being in an American truck there. And that's the cool thing. I believe you can actually get this mod for American truck, but I'm not too sure on that. But it'd be cool to drive a Scania in the States. It'd be nice if it would fit in there, but it's still nowhere near the size of the original American trucks, like your W900 and the 579. Nowhere near the size of those. It's probably closer to a, what would you say, a T680 maybe, that sort of size. Right, okay, this is where you see it gets difficult. Are we in the right place? I think we're over there. Can we get down there? No. We're definitely not down here. Right then. Let's turn this around here. Let's try down there. Well, this is confusing. No idea when we're going to park. I'll try next door. And in here we go. Stuck on the speed bump. Come on, over there we get. There it is. That's where we're gonna park, right next to the cab over Scania. Good for a size difference there. You can sort of see the size because that's a top line Scania. This is also a top line, so cool to see the difference in size there. Let's try and reverse this in. Mirrors are stock mirrors. So exactly like your cab over. If you sort of duck down, you can't really see the front. It feels exactly like being in the stock cab over, which is a bit cool. Alright, in we go. Should go green, please. There we go. Nice and green. Let's see how we did. Excellent. 128 miles. Nice. 7,399. So if we get outside a sec, here you see the well, you can't really see here, but if we park it on the other side, let's say, we'll do a quick maneuver. There we go. You can just sort of see the difference there. It's pretty much exactly the same. Apart from now, you got that massive bonnet sticking out. It does look a bit cool, I have to say, but yeah, if it's up to you. Some people don't like the front, but I definitely do. But if you've enjoyed this video, please click that like and why not subscribe for a lot more. I believe it's next week that we've reached a year of Test Drive Thursday without any breaks. And yeah, just a massive thank you to everyone who's watched and everything. And what I have to say is it's a good mod. Definitely recommend it. Probably one of the best mods out there. So the link is in the description to my mod spreadsheet where you can go and get it. But yeah, what I'm going to say is thank you for watching, and I will hopefully see you again soon. Goodbye.